welcome back, everybody. We're here again for the last portion of our Sunday night spectacular. And for this section, we're really going to ramble this time.
Oh,
No plans, really.
we're going to start off, though, with kangaroo facts, courtesy of Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you.
Apparently, you're not supposed to mess with the red kangaroos. They're like 6'6" and 300 pounds.
They're big.
They're the big ripped guys. And then there's gray kangaroos that are about the size of a medium dog and a lot friendlier.
I'd fuck that kangaroo up for sure. Yeah, no problem.
The little one? Yeah.
Size of a dog? Yeah. Red kangaroos.
Yep.
I don't know. What kind of knife have we got? Maybe that should be a battle. Maybe that'll be the wild card is a red kangaroo.
Am I only allowed folding knives, or can I challenge it with a Bowie or a kukri or something?
Oh, it'll be a Dundee Bowie if it's a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
fighting with a Dundee Bowie. He has to.
Oh, the kangaroo gets its own knife.
Of course he does.
Does the kangaroo hold it in its non-thummy paw, or does it hold it with its tail somehow?
You know, if it's got it two-handed, I'll give it to it.
That's terrifying.
They do like to grab and drown things. Like they're known.
But it's got a kicking factor too, so it can put it on its tail and kick you back and then stab, and then it's got some good tactics. I like where this is going. Anyway, more stats.
Justin is claiming that kangaroos count as MMA fighters because they can kick you to death, but they can also grab you and mess you up with their legs. And I would say it's only like kickboxing. It's only one field of it, like one of the many arts of MMA.
That's what I was going to say. Is they're like kickboxers. They'll headlock you and pound you with their legs.
Or as we were discussing earlier, MMA.
MMA.
I wasn't here for that, man. I'm glad I wasn't.
It's the art of memeing or meme-ing. It's MMA.
Mother, come look at my memes. That's the worst.
Oh my.
So you were saying about going off the rails. Joe,
Yes.
with your conversation about your crazy knife and the thing that is it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, if we're going to talk about that, I should.
We're going to talk about it.
I'm going to Google up some pictures because it's a thing.
Well, we can lead up to it because Drop, or what used to be Mass Drop, is actually shipping QSP penguins, which we all have on order. Which this must be the first time ever that QSP is early on a shipment, and good for them. Like, honestly, that kicks ass and takes names, because notoriously they are 1 month, 2 months, 3 months late on shipping times sometimes, and it gets ridiculous. So the fact that they've already got that thing ready to ship when we didn't think it was going to be until at least October is actually pretty badass. So cheers to them, sure.
I've just got some pictures going now to the QSP. I think we all ordered the same version, the blue.
Of course we did.
Yeah, because it's weird. That's a weird thing you don't see, and we all have so much black in our collections. Like, black handled everything. Black's cool, but there's just so much of it. Little variety.
And because it's micarta and how I'll darken micarta, the dark blue factor of how I just will grease the crap out of that handle really appeals to me, actually.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm curious to see if we can out-grease ball you, me and Joe.
No way. There's no way. Have you seen what I did with the bullpup already? I've owned it for like 2 months.
I've never had a really micarta handle that I've carried frequently.
I don't think I own any micarta, so this will be a complete surprise to me as to what happens.
I'm really curious.
Yeah, but I am excited to test it out.
You will turn it black, Joe.
I'm kind of expecting to be honest. But at least micarta you can clean up.
I was going to say, if I do darken it, I might actually go back and wash it just to see what happens, just to know how far back you can expect it to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do, actually, this is a fantastic idea, is we should do a picture every day thing with the micarta.
Oh, yeah.
That would be funny.
And all of us compare over the whatever 30 days or 60 days or whatever it may be, and just take a picture every day of it
Yeah.
I'd be down
aging
for
in
that.
patina, and we can compare the difference after a week or 2 weeks or a month or whatever. Yeah.
Do you guys
I dig it.
do you guys want to do a review of the QSP Penguin after we've darkened them all up?
May as well, yeah.
Well, I would imagine after that amount of time, if we are going to carry it every day and like
That's
see
what I'm
where the
thinking.
patina goes, at least we could do a long-term review of it as well, for sure.
Absolutely.
I
So
dig it.
it's a liner lock in
Now I want to have stats on penguins. Like, come on, Justin. Like, you had stats on kangaroos. Get it together, man. Give us some penguin stats.
One random penguin stat that I have is their knee joints are way up inside their bodies. That's why they waddle. Is they do still actually have knee joints, except they're like way up.
That's adorable. Oh,
So are their knee joints bent when they're walking?
No, they're still straight, but that's like they just kind of bends. It doesn't move a lot.
I see. So what does a penguin drumstick look like?
I don't know, but I have pictures of their skeletons up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I just saw Nigel's motion on camera, and it was
Oh my god, it's so strange. Oh man, they squat like they're doing power squats at all times. What the hell?
They're like if their feet are and then their knee.
Yeah, if their feet are down and then the leg comes up and then the knee's like bent.
they're just doing wall sits all day.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Maybe that's why they like to swim. They stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I just read a fact, and I thought it was a penguin fact, but it was still a kangaroo fact. They can beat you to death with their arms, and I was like, "That's a strong penguin."
Yes,
those penguins
known for beating men to death.
Flippers. They're flippers, okay? They're not arms.
Do you guys know how crocodiles and alligators kill their prey a lot of the time? Is by biting, clamping down, and then spinning in the water and just rotating.
Pulling off charts.
It's called a death roll.
So now imagine a penguin clamping onto you with its little creepy mouth and then spinning and just slapping the shit out of you with its little flippers.
As long as its flippers are grabbing you at the same time.
Exactly. So it's like those it's like a sandpaper wheel that you would attach to a Dremel, just like that, but ripping your skin off your body.
For the record, this has nothing to do with knives.
No.
Not at all.
Ben in chat, LOL, completely fell off the tracks, went for a waddle. Squirrel, there's a squirrel.
Yeah, we sure did. So, QSP penguins, liner locks.
So QSP penguin.
I got one penguin fact for you, and then we can go back to the penguin. This is from Justin again. Penguins actually live in forests for part of the year.
Depends on species.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But
want to be a little more vague with your stat? Like, seriously.
I'm just gonna believe it and not question it because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
That's like saying all cougars are in cages because some of them are. Like,
there's a prehistoric skeleton of a penguin that's 5 feet tall.
Yeah, they actually used to get up to like 6 feet.
Tall.
Yeah,
They're pretty massive.
Aqua Antarctica used to be a tropical forest. The penguins got huge in there, but then Antarctica froze over.
Is that where
and
they
it's not
spent their
tropical.
time? Was it in the tropical forests?
Yep.
Can you imagine like prehistoric, massive, giant penguins just waddling in and out of trees?
All right. Like, I'm the last person to say this, but we should probably talk about some knives.
So what made you interested in the penguin, Dennis? Because you were the one who brought it up to us, I believe, right?
Okay. So Blue Denim Micarta and D2 Steel for just like a smoking good deal. like liner lock, fit and finish, left and right carry, ambidextrous. It's all good, right?
Yeah.
But that'll also lead us into the drop acquisition that you took, which is the G&G, right?
Yeah, that thing's a monstrosity.
Let's get back on track and we can talk about that because everyone knows what the QSP Penguin is. Or if they don't, look it up, motherfuckers.
You're on the internet, damn it. All right.
I got one phone here. My iPad's so old that it won't update YouTube to work anymore.
I meant the viewer, the viewer as a whole. So I'm going to go to the actual drop page for this to get a clear picture.
I think Ben is coding in our chat right now.
I'm getting the Mantis Gearhead. Unfortunately, they only had the Tonto, but I at least got the full plane edge, so there's that, which means I'll probably actually carry it and use it. 440C, aluminum slab handles, stats nobody cares about because everybody's questioning what the hell's going on with that pivot. So that isn't just decorative, it's actually functional. It's a planetary gear system, and it opens the pivot when you push this lever here. This lever normally starts in this position, and then you can shove it over. It's so gimmicky.
Shove that lever.
But I need it. I need it in my life.
Just for the record, when you say planetary gear system, I think Men in Black, and I maybe think that you can erase people's minds with this knife.
Well, not to dampen your expectations, but it can definitely do that.
I can definitely put it on the record.
I mean,
this knife could do that.
It's pretty permanent the way that it does it, though, and it's kind of messy, so I wouldn't advise doing that on the regular, but...
Mm-hmm.
But, like, for point of reference, here's a couple of weird things that I own, all of which are made by CRKT. I showed Paul this today. It was the old Rolock. So it's a blade that slides out the front of the handle. It's a back lock, but it rests under the grip of the handle. It's super strange. It's been discontinued for 6-7 years or something.
Well, that's how knives should work.
Cool knives.
That's how knives work.
Yeah.
Is like that. Right? Yeah.
Now this guy, a little bit more normal. It's the fulcrum. You push the scale over, and then you push it back to get the blade open. This is mechanically similar to what happens with the Mantis, but like point being, if it's weird in how it opens, I'm immediately interested. So when I saw this on drop for the price it was going for, it's like, I'm gonna take a gamble. Just it's too good because if I get it, I'm going to be carrying this thing for so long, just playing with it.
Okay, and the reason you're taking a gamble is because we're Canadian, right?
Yeah.
So
CBSA is still overzealous in their application of the law, at least as my opinion is concerned. This knife is still legal in Canada. It's just at the border, they're making decisions to this day that are legally questionable. And...
they're pretty arbitrary.
Yeah.
They really are.
And they mostly target things like flippers, things that could be confused for automatics if you didn't know what a modern folding knife was. Like the way that this knife opens is very quick, but there's no spring or anything in it. So I think the Mantis is weird enough that it'll still get through, and I really hope it does.
And that's why we're pretty confident about the QSP Penguin as well, is because it's not a flipper. It's just a thumb stud. It's a very smooth action to it. So I hope they don't try to just like gravity feed a weak detent or whatever type of thing. And fingers crossed. And we'll get knives that we should get in our country because it's a little ridiculous that it's counterintuitive to what our laws actually are. Right. So
that's exactly it.
And it's like, Sorry, Paul, go for it.
Quick aside, Ben in chat is also saying that he likes that knife. Minus the serrations like you opted for.
Yeah.
He likes that knife. So as far as the mechanism goes, I think it's kind of neat. It's definitely going to be something that when Joe comes into the shop carrying it, I'm going to be like, all right, let me see that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that happens a lot with random things that Joe brings into the shop. Like what was that thing called again? The slide lock?
The roll lock. Or this one was the
roll lock.
The roll lock 2. Because there was a
I was playing with that thing all day today. That thing's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a silly
No.
little thing.
It's super.
It's a
weird.
lot of things, but awesome is not the right word for that.
It's okay. It's fun. How about that? It's a fun knife.
There you go. And it's awesome because it's so much fun. So
Dig that hole.
Touche.
Just dig that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I know I slag on CRKT a lot for quality control and material choice, but they make some crazy stuff. I'd like to see them do more stuff like this mantis monstrosity.
Ahsoka's saying that you can just ask for knife pivots to be tightened before shipping, and a lot of times you can, but sometimes the companies just don't offer it, or if
Yeah,
there's
like
someone
Drop doesn't offer that as an option
The
as
reason,
far as contacting them to tighten it down and stuff, right?
think
So
about-
hippie.
and think about how Drop works as a company. It's literally in the name. It's Drop shipping. I don't think anyone from Drop actually handles any of this product. I don't think it even goes through a warehouse. I think it's just directly from the manufacturer through a third-party shipping company that they've got some kind of contract through, and it's shipped to your door. Like, that's their entire business model. So asking them to tighten these pivots, unfortunately, yeah, a bit of a no-go.
So yes, if I'm ordering from an American retailer, then yes, I can send a message and say, "Hey, I'm Canadian. Can you tighten it up before we're coming across?" Right? But in this particular situation, yeah, you're just crossing your fingers that you kind of know enough ins and outs to know what a smart gamble is compared to a not smart.
The fact
gamble,
that there's not a
unsafe
flipper, there's
gamble,
not
whatever,
an assist in
right?
it,
So
yeah.
definitely helps in our case.
And a bit question for the yeah, I don't know how many American retailers are willing to tighten down pivots, but it is something to keep in mind as an option for sure.
All the more reason to buy a custom. Then you can get them to tighten it down for you. I'm sure they would oblige you.
Yeah.
It's. What was I going to say? Another thing that we're all getting our hands on here, well, most of us anyways, finally, is a rustic gent. Should be coming in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm pretty excited, to be honest.
I haven't even got my first one, and I'm already planning out my second one.
I haven't got my first one because they didn't have what I wanted in stock, and I'm a picky bitch. So
Dennis is nothing if not a picky bitch. What
instead, I just ordered 2 very expensive fixed blades that will be showing off on the channel very soon. So
I'm excited to hold them.
yeah,
Weird.
you stay away from.
I love the fact that you bought 2 of them sight unseen.
Indeed, I did.
It's a ballsy move.
Just
I know what I want, man.
without spoiling directly, I'm just going to tease the audience a little bit more by saying I'll be nice to Dennis, and I'm only going to handle the carbon fiber one, so I don't ruin the micarta on the handle of the other, because he wants to ruin it himself. So I'm going to let him do it.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Let him ruin it first, and then you can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Joe ruins everything he handles, so
Thanks. You're not wrong though.
Vote of confidence.
Yeah. Like voting against yourself. It's fantastic.
So, I may or may not buy a second rustic gent, partially because I'll get a second pouch with it that I can then use for other things.
You've talked about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As far as a bulk pouch compared to a molded fitted pouch type of idea, right? So,
yeah, have one
can
that's
understand
fitted
that.
and one that's not.
So this might be a little bit out of left field, and it was something I meant to bring up to you guys today, actually, and totally forgot.
I
till
mean,
now.
we talked about penguins a second ago. I
yeah.
think you're safe, Joe.
Okay, well, no, this is still knife related, but apparently there's a new line of premium Rough Rider knives out there called the Rough Rider Reserve. Micarta and D2. and they have some interesting looking patterns available already. And I'm kind of curious. I don't know if they're exclusives to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but given that they're traditionals, if you guys are interested enough in some of them, that one's an easy open. Multi-blade.
I don't know. They can make pictures look pretty good, but as soon as you say that they're Rough Rider, I sure want to see them in person.
Well, I'm going to be waiting for some reviews because there's a couple of guys out there who like traditionals. Patty's Potato Peelers. I wonder if he's going to pick a few up, because they're in that $40, $50, and $60 price range. So American, right? So I imagine the quality control is going to be decent enough for a Slippy. Probably not GEC.
I don't know, man. I've played with some pretty soft Chinese D2.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But
I'm just saying, throw D2 and you throw,
by the way,
whatever on it.
On that note, I did resharpen this guy recently, and it did sharpen a little bit more easily than I'm used to from D2. And I'm not sure if it's because it's the Tonto format and therefore easier to run a flat stone on, but
your comparison is probably an Adamas, right?
An Adamas and
D2.
The SOCP and the Congressional folder from GEC.
That's D2.
Yeah.
So I hate you so much.
Yeah. Just a quick aside. Ahsoka's saying that any American retailer that still ships locking folders to Canada will tighten the pivot if you ask in the comment section. So there's not going to be a specific tighten this pivot for me button or anything, but
you can request it.
Yeah. You have to request.
Yeah.
I haven't done that with drop yet, and I've been successful so far in a couple knives that I've got from them, but it's good to know. Yeah, I might keep that in mind the next time there is some sort of comment section or something.
Yeah. I'm already thinking of a couple of knives that I've missed the boat on in the past that maybe I could have made that request on, and I'm starting to hate myself a little bit.
Well, there was a quiet carry with LMAX that just ended on drop.
Yeah. I was thinking about the that's a slick little knife actually. But the quiet carry.
You're a slick little knife.
Slick. I'm a slick little knife. Oh God. I hope not. Shabazz got like shivers, man. Shabazz just reviewed. It was a Sebenza looking quiet carry thing. I can't remember the name, but
the one he reviewed is like the drop point one, and the mass drop one actually looks like the Penguin, where it's like a Warncliffe,
right?
Sheep's Footy, whatever.
But the big thing with Shabazz's one that he reviewed, it was completely rust proof, and that's, as a concept, that's been more and more interesting to me lately, especially with some of the stuff Spyderco's been putting out. And I mean, he just did a review on his collection.
I think liners were like LC200N or something like that.
Yeah, they sure were. And ceramic ball bearing for the detent, I think. I think it's just phosphor washers, but it looks like a nice knife.
Oh,
very expensive.
Definitely intriguing, for sure.
Yeah. Drop's had a couple of good models come and go recently. Yeah.
You never answered my question, Joe.
Oh, sorry. What was your question?
Why does that traditional of yours? Why does that traditional have a butt plug on it?
The butt plug? Oh,
Shield.
Northwoods butt plug.
Yeah, the Northwoods. It's supposed to look like a tree, right? Or an arrowhead? An arrowhead, not a tree. Yeah.
It's a butt plug.
It's a little buddy. That's okay.
Look, if the Anthem has a penis clip, that's a butt plug.
Yep.
This one's a little bit more aggressive than the one that's on the knife itself. Yeah. This one at least gives you a little bit more grip towards the back end so you don't lose it.
Too much information.
I was hoping I would make you.
Isn't that what the shaft that it's attached to is for?
Don't worry about it.
So I'm going to randomly jump subjects here.
You should probably do that.
That's for the best.
Yeah. So I've been distracted for the last little while because being caught up in my own project here, and if you've been following along on Instagram, I recently collected a wasp nest and have made some micarta out of the outer layers. And
Have you already made it?
Yeah, I just pulled it out of the mold, so that's the block of it there. And I am so fascinated with how dark it turned out.
That is pretty cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
I want to see that shit polished up.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's why I was distracted, as I was just demolding it there and looking at it and like, yeah, that is cool looking.
Dude.
So yeah. Wasp nest paper micarta.
You might have to make it. You might have to make a dagger out of that slab.
I've got this slab, and then I'll be able to do another one with like a shredded.
Nice.
Oh.
And that's what I'll be able to get for the paper stuff.
So like Italian style stiletto daggery thing, like super needly.
And
Maybe,
you would name the dagger
I was
the
thinking
wasp,
more.
because if you don't, what a missed opportunity. Like,
yeah. I was thinking more wasp style dagger. Yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I am very excited for this.
That's cool. That's super cool, dude.
I'm super
That
impressed.
is neat shit.
That is awesome.
And weird as hell, by the way.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You're weird.
Oh yeah. Has
Send
there
the
ever
wasp
been any
nests
doubt?
to Nigel the Smith.
Yeah.
You need to make friends with a guy that like gets rid of wasps' nests and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, Bulldogs and Blades is a beekeeper,
There you go.
so I might be able to get some nest or some comb off of her or something. Have to
Just
do some chatting.
take it straight from the hive. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Put some bees in a goddamn handle.
Oh yeah.
Every once in a while, I
Like-
just want to lick the handle of my knife, right? Like it's.
Yeah. I do have a handful of the wasps, so I am going to do a couple sections with the cell
Very
structures with wasps in it and stuff.
Very nice.
Cool resin pores.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
It's like natural C-Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could.
It's nature's C-Tech.
I think I
Yep.
made that comment to Nigel when he was over working in the garage, just showing that like it's so cool.
One of the things that I find really cool about it is the whole thing has kind of the honeycomb shape to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's actually got the corners
Yeah,
for like the whole disc. I think that's really cool.
that is pretty wicked.
They all just kind of
Geometry.
stack on each other. Yeah. Ben in chat is saying, throw some yellow glow in the dark, into the dark pigment into it.
I don't think I have any yellow. I'll have to double check that. But that would be cool, yes.
I mean, I didn't think it was going to be my favorite, but the red glow in the dark just makes me so
Mhm.
happy.
It's cool. It's got such a nice warmth to it.
And I'm not the guy that would think that red would be my first color. Like you would think blue, you would think purple, you would think green, something like that. But the red just has something about it that just, I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Just a little unusual.
Mhm.
You know the siren sound in Kill Bill? When they're having like the sword fight
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that? I don't know why, but that when you said red, that sound started playing in my head. And with wasps, it just kind of makes sense.
Mhm. Yep.
I dig it. Um,
I'm now stropping my GEC because that's the right answer.
Yeah. Yep.
It is the right answer. This is a
That's
sweet
one of
name,
those-
and it's glow in the dark. So
one
we're
of the
talking
coolest
about
knives in your
powder.
collection.
Okay. Yeah.
Genuinely,
What's this now?
one of the coolest knives in your collection.
I don't know if the second blade all like one bladey and stuff. But even still, it's kind of like having a swayback without a swayback handle, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's still got like that Viper or whatever blade shape.
Mhm. It's true. It's true.
We got to bring it around to animals, you know. Hey, Justin, viper facts? Eat like a viper.
Yeah, because vipers do that.
Don't you know? Francis has just joined us in chat. What's going on, dude?
Hey, man.
Little late tonight.
Francis.
It's all good, man. Appreciate you showing up.
I saw a picture of him holding a custom Shamwari. Is that correct?
So guess what I got to touch today?
And guess what I got to touch
I hate
today?
you. I hate you so much. I hate you
Yep.
with the passion of 1,000 suns.
Hey, Dennis, guess how good the hollow grind was on that blade. Just guess.
Oh, I hate you all.
Guess how
I hate
good.
you all. I hate you all.
Also, what's the clip point Pena?
I don't
not the
care.
rhino.
I don't care who you are
little-
and what you say. You got to play with the custom sham today.
Oh yeah, it is everything you think it is.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
And the Pena with the clip, I should know, but I can't. I'm drawing a blank because I'm all hard on about Garrett Ball. Like it's
The Barlow clip point front flipper.
also, yeah.
Really nice.
Very nice. I think I'm with Paul though. I think I like the Pena swayback just a little bit more. Like.
Okay, Francis. This is just a comment from me to you, man, because we're live streaming. Come in on a weekday, brother.
Come in on a Tuesday so I can play with that shit again. And watch Dennis just die inside because he doesn't own one yet.
I gotta say the green anodizing that was around the pivot collar as well as the backside of the pivot. Very nice.
Well, I saw pictures.
It was very
Thanks.
spiffy.
Thanks for telling us how awesome it is.
Well, I know how much you like green.
I think Francis knows too. I think Francis knows how awesome it is.
Oh yeah.
He's saying that he needs to come by and catch up with you. It's been crazy at work, and I bet.
Check a
So
shot.
this just popped.
Right.
I don't know what Justin's talking about in chat, so I'm just gonna ignore it. It might be
Because
just
we
that
asked for Viper facts.
Right. The hate rope, yes. The murder noodle.
Yes.
Really? Not nope rope?
Nope rope. Yeah, all those things.
Oh.
The little sock of hate.
Yep. So actually, I had a random fact about the gibbon viper pop into my head.
Okay.
The black of their scales is similar to like the Vanta black, like the absolute blackest black paint. How it traps the light in, so it looks darker and obscures any
shadow.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also terrifying. It's not a well. I don't know. Does a cobra count as a viper? Are they the same thing? I don't think they're the same thing.
No, they're cobras.
Fuck you. I watched I watched a video recently where a king cobra was drinking water, and I've never felt so menaced by an animal that was drinking, because they are just rage, just anger.
He's still thinking about effing you up the whole time he's drinking water. That's all he's thinking about is just how to F you up.
This son of a bitch is watching me drink. I'm gonna fuck his shit up as soon as I can.
Come on, just get a little closer. Just one more foot. Just come on.
Like, he's asleep. He wants to fuck you up. That's the modes of transition in a cobra. Until he's asleep again. And that's all there is.
I don't know why, but now I'm just picturing cobras in the wild just mumbling anger to themselves as they slither around. Come on,
You've seen
goddamn taxes.
the Jungle Book. He's not a happy guy. I'm saying.
Yeah,
Good times.
indeed. Derail.
Good shit.
There's one thing that can save us though, is that it's getting close to 9:30, and that's normally when we stop.
Yeah. So probably a good idea to wrap up the silliness because
Right
it's
away.
been fun.
Sure has been.
Indeed.
You can't animal documentary me and expect me not to fly off the handle a little bit. Like it's
Here, since we had a penguin knife for the penguin, and we're talking about viper, and there is viper knives, let's take a look at a cobra knife, just for the audience.
don't look at a cobra knife.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
you know exactly what
so
it is.
I'm going to try and wrap this up quickly before Joe can find anything.
No,
God damn.
it's already
God damn
there.
it, Joe.
The audience already
God
found
damn it, Joe. God damn it, Joe.
Is that the knife the guy has in RoboCop right before he gets shot in the dick?
I don't remember.
Probably.
It might.
He's gonna kill her!
I think so.
Anyway, it's ridiculous, and yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so on that note.
You couldn't outrace it, Nigel. You tried.
That's all we
Pay
have
for
for this
effort,
week,
man.
I guess.
You guess.
Don't forget again, guys. Like, subscribe, especially. We're getting closer to a 500s on our YouTube. When we get there, we'll do another giveaway for sure.
That we shall.
It won't be exclusive to Patreon. We're gonna put it on something other than Patreon, just because we get a better response and it helps us with the channel grow.
Mhm.
So,
But that being said, you should also head over to Patreon and check out what sort of tiers that we do have up for offer, and pay attention to there because there will be other exclusive giveaways just for the Patreon again.
Yes.
if nothing else, there's a cool flashlight that you can get for super cheap, and we all own one, and we all swear up and down by it because of the runtime in the backcountry for sure. So.
I was looking for
Indeed.
it, but it's over there.
I was looking for mine too. It's far away.
I guess you should also go head on over to Instagram. Instagram, Saturday mornings, you're going to find poll questions probably. We're probably still going to be going to that kind of stuff. We got knife fight stuff coming up. I don't know why I'm karate handing over here, but that's a thing.
Exactly. Yes.
But yeah, there's information over there. You should probably
And
check
if
it
we
out.
are going to be doing knife reviews, like we did in the first part here with the Spedico swayback, things like that, we're going to be announcing them on Tuesday. So if you are part of the Patreon and you do have access to the scoring charts, we will be announcing what knife we're reviewing. And if you want to put your own score in, subscribe to our Patreon, and that'll have you access to that. And we'll discuss that live on Sundays if you do submit them. So looking forward to that, Darren and Mr. Fisk. I hope you guys capitalize, because that'll make for some fun action next week for sure. So,
Agreed. So yeah, that being all that, this is Nigel Smith signing off.
I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
XL.ca.
We will catch you again next time. Hey, look, squirrel.
You want to know a fact about squirrels?